200 rebel forces attempt to hijack a naval tanker at dawn, but the U.S. Navy strikes back and crushes the attack. The first light of dawn crept over the horizon, casting a golden glow across the endless expanse of the northern seas. The water shimmered peacefully, almost deceptively so. On this seemingly ordinary morning, a massive naval tanker cut through the waves, laden with millions of dollars worth of essential cargo, medical supplies, food, and industrial goods critical to nations around the globe. Its journey, routine on the surface, was about to collide with chaos. Far beyond the tanker's radar, shadows moved swiftly over the water. 200 rebel forces, determined, armed, and relentless, had set their sights on their target. Their boats sliced through the sea like predators, silent and deadly. The rebels were highly organized, divided into squads, each assigned a specific role: boarding, disabling, and capturing. They carried heavy weaponry, including automatic rifles, RPGs, and small explosives designed to sabotage the ship's engines. Their plan was bold and audacious: to hijack the tanker in broad daylight and escape before the Navy could respond. Intelligence had indicated minimal naval presence in the area, but what they did not know was that the U.S. Navy had anticipated threats like this. A silent storm of steel, strategy, and skill waited just beyond the horizon. As the first wave of rebel boats surged forward, the Navy initiated a rapid and coordinated response. On board the destroyer escorting the tanker, officers tracked every movement with laser focus. Fingers danced over communication consoles, issuing commands to radar operators, helicopter pilots, and missile units. Helicopters rose into the sky, their rotors cutting through the morning mist, armed with reconnaissance equipment and precision weaponry. Special forces teams, trained for extreme naval engagements, readied themselves for insertion via fast roping and small assault boats. Every operator understood the stakes. Failure was not an option. At exactly 5:30 a.m., under the cover of low light, the rebels closed in. Their speedboats churned the water, engines roaring, weapons at the ready. From the tanker's deck, crew members spotted the incoming threat. Red alarms flashed across the bridge, and the captain barked orders to secure the deck and prepare defensive positions. Panic threatened to rise, but the trained crew acted with precision. Every second counted. The Navy acted with lethal precision. Advanced radar and sonar systems locked onto the approaching vessels long before they were in firing range. Warning shots were fired into the air, illuminating the sea with flares, signaling the rebels to halt. But they pressed on, confident in their numbers. Unmanned drones buzzed overhead, streaming live footage to the command center. Precision-guided missiles disabled engines on multiple rebel boats, sending them spinning helplessly in the water. The remaining attackers, undeterred, attempted to regroup, only to find themselves facing relentless naval countermeasures. Despite the Navy's superior firepower, a determined squad of rebels managed to board the tanker. The ship's deck erupted into chaos. Smoke billowed from small explosions, the acrid scent of gunpowder filled the air, and shards of wood and metal flew from shattered railings. Gunfire ricocheted off the steel hulls, creating a deafening cacophony, while crew members scrambled for cover, clutching whatever improvised defenses they could find. The once orderly deck transformed into a battlefield where every shadow could conceal an enemy and every step could be fatal. Elite Navy SEAL teams deployed from helicopters, descending directly onto the deck amidst the firefight. Their boots hit the steel with silent precision, weapons raised, scanning for threats. Each operator moved with the coordination of a well-rehearsed dance, flowing through the chaos with lethal efficiency. They engaged the intruders in close-quarters combat, using non-lethal maneuvers where possible to subdue rather than destroy, while simultaneously securing critical areas of the tanker, such as the bridge, engine room access points, and cargo holds. The rebels, though aggressive, found themselves increasingly outmaneuvered as each SEAL team methodically isolated and neutralized pockets of resistance. It was a high-stakes chess match. Every decision mattered, every movement calculated. One misstep could cost lives, compromise the mission, or allow the rebels to seize control of vital sections of the tanker. SEAL teams communicated via hand signals and short bursts of encrypted radio, coordinating flanking maneuvers and tactical sweeps, while snipers on the upper deck provided overwatch, taking out any threats attempting to regroup or reinforce. Smoke grenades were deployed to obscure vision and confuse the attackers, creating temporary cover for boarding teams advancing down narrow corridors. The Navy's advantage extended far beyond brute firepower. Helicopters hovered overhead, relaying real-time positions of the boarding parties and rebel movements. Drones hovered silently, providing comprehensive surveillance of every deck and perimeter, transmitting data directly to command centers. Missile units targeted rebel engines with surgical precision, disabling boats without damaging the tanker. Each response was deliberate, carefully timed, and synchronized across multiple platforms, creating an overwhelming web of control that left the attackers disoriented and outmatched. On board the tanker, the crew worked with nerves of steel. Engineers monitored the engine room, ensuring that no sabotage compromised propulsion or navigation systems. Deck officers relayed critical information to the SEAL teams, pointing out locations of barricades, trapped rebels, or vulnerable points. Medical staff prepared triage stations, ready to treat injuries as they occurred, while the crew maintained discipline under the relentless pressure of close combat. Every action mattered, every heartbeat counted. The fate of the cargo, the tanker, and lives hung in delicate balance like a knife edge over the sea. The battle raged for nearly 2 hours, a continuous cycle of attack, counterattack, and tactical maneuvering. Rebels attempted repeatedly to outflank the Navy's forces, darting across decks, clambering over rails, and using improvised ladders to bypass obstacles. But the Navy's coordination, superior training, and overwhelming firepower allowed them to dictate the pace and outcome of the engagement. Disabled rebel boats drifted helplessly in the surrounding waters, some smoldering from precision strikes. Boarding teams swept the tanker systematically, clearing compartments with practiced efficiency, ensuring no hiding spot went unchecked. Explosions lit the sea and deck, gunfire ricocheted, and tactical grenades created smokescreens, all choreographed in a deadly symphony of naval combat. Amid the chaos, SEAL team leaders made split-second decisions that would determine the survival of both crew and operators. Each room cleared revealed more evidence of the rebels' determination. Makeshift barricades, hidden weapons, and booby traps designed to slow down the Navy's advance. Yet, with every corridor secured, the rebels' momentum faltered. What began as a bold, audacious hijacking attempt slowly crumbled under the relentless precision and professionalism of the Navy. By 7:30 a.m., the battle had ended. The tanker remained secure. All 200 rebels had been either captured or neutralized. The cargo, vital to global trade, remained intact. Crew members exhaled deeply, relief washing over them. But the reality of the encounter lingered. The calm waters now belied the chaos that had occurred just hours earlier. It was a stark reminder of the dangers that even routine maritime operations face. This engagement demonstrated the critical importance of preparation, intelligence, and technological superiority in modern naval warfare. Rapid response units, advanced detection systems, and highly trained personnel combine to prevent a disaster. Every patrol, drill, and mission contributes to a larger picture: global maritime safety in unpredictable waters. The Navy's ability to anticipate, adapt, and respond decisively turned what could have been catastrophe into a textbook example of naval dominance. The ultimate showdown had concluded. Calm returned to the sea, but the vigilance of the Navy never ceases. This mission was more than a rescue. It was a statement. At dawn, when chaos attempted to strike, order prevailed. As the tanker sailed on, safely escorted by the U.S. Navy, the world witnessed the power, precision, and courage of those who patrol and protect the seas. In the quiet aftermath, the lessons learned, the strategies executed, and the bravery displayed became a testament to the unyielding professionalism of naval forces worldwide. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more high-stakes naval operations, dramatic encounters, and exclusive insights from the front lines at sea. Each mission tells a story, sometimes real, sometimes imagined, but always intense, always captivating.